Okay, good morning. Today, we're joined by the recipients of our second annual Economic Development Commission's Restaurant and Business Awards for this year, along with the EDC Commissioner's Choice Award. We're proud to have these businesses as part of our community, serving, supporting, and giving back in remarkable ways. Please join me in welcoming Don Doty, Olivet Senior Planner, Dan Schultz, owner of Fallon's Irish Bar and Grill, and Mr. Scott Campbell, owner of the UPS store, and Michelle Sorter, Executive Director of Mary Starkey Bridge, STL. We are joined by Bex Lackey and Ashlyn Francis from Deaf Incorporated, who will be assisting in facilitating today's conversation. Thank you all for being here. Dawn, can you share with me some insights on the selection process behind this award?
The EDC, our Economic Development Commission, we meet on a bi-monthly basis. We are charged with, crafting our economic development future here for the city of Olivet and how we interact with businesses, how we grow and retain those businesses. 80% of your economic development effort should be on retaining businesses. So recognizing our existing businesses that are such favorites among the community seem to be a no-brainer. We developed a survey to poll the community and create a popular vote for a business of the year and restaurant of the year. So both of our business of the year and restaurant of the year were nominated by popular vote. They were this year by far the winners. We've only had one other previous year in which it was very tight, but this year we had some very, very clear winners in the popular vote. The Economic Development Commissioner's Choice Award is a brand new award, and that is decided upon by the commissioners themselves. And it is based on contribution and commitment to the city.
Okay,
That's about it.
it's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna ask some general questions of our panelists up here today. Dan, I wanted to know if you could tell me a bit about your business, other than that delicious food. Okay, I had that in there, I'm sorry. Tell everybody about that good food.
About food, the business,
Everything.
some people know me, I can talk for a long time, so.
Okay.
The business itself, been there 16 years, thanks to the support of great people like you. Chris Whitworth opened the store. Fallon is his daughter, that's where the name comes from. She was 4 when we opened, she is now graduating college. Wow. Yeah, so I partnered with Chris. We opened another location out in Ellisville that he runs in 2019, conveniently 6 months before COVID hit. Perfect timing. So he runs that store, I run the store. Our business, it's an Irish theme, but it is to be a neighborhood, comfort, don't care. Yeah, the Irish pub just means comfort to me and to us. So, the food, we've been making it from scratch as best as possible from day one. We just believe in old school hospitality, and once you come in, we want to hook you with our people. Our staff is amazing. The food, we try to put out a better product, and we just want you to come back and be comfortable when you're there.
It's a staple for the city council. Whenever we have something that we complete, that's a really big deal, and we got it done, we celebrate, we come there.
Thank you.
You guys have a table that you know where we're going to sit. We sit there, and I know for me, it has to be the wings. So I have wings, and I won't divulge how much we drink, but
I don't know anything about that.
yeah, you know nothing about that, but we sit and we have a good time, and I enjoy being there.
Thank you.
Okay, Michelle, tell me about your organization.
So the bridge has been in all of that for about 3.5 years now. We are a nonprofit that opened with the thought process of helping to bridge the gap between those who have lots and those who have little. We operated on kind of 2 different fronts. So we run a thrift store typically about 3 to 4 days a month, but then the remaining portion of the time, we do what we call dignified shopping experiences, or if you ever come into the bridge, you'll hear us call it a DSE, just to shorten it. But we have referrals of different families for different circumstances. It could be they've suffered a fire, a flood, domestic violence. It could be a school counselor that's referred a family or individual because the family's going through some type of a hardship. They get to come in, they have an 1.5-hour appointment, and they get to shop the entire time completely for free to get the things that they need.
Okay.
We really value the dignified piece of that. You know, a lot of us have probably donated items to people in need. And we like the fact that these families can come in and actually choose the item that they think work best for their families and their kids and so on and so forth, and just, you know, be able to leave with their heads held a little bit higher. Our founders, Chris Merriman and Mike Starkey, that's where you're getting the Mary Starkey piece of it, over a cup of coffee one day, I think, as we all do, trying to solve the world's problems, and decided that it's just a little too hard to get things in the hands of the people that needed them. So they decided to partner with local nonprofits, different area agencies, and allow them to determine what families were in need. There's no additional paperwork that needs to be filled out on our part, because those nonprofits have already done that piece of it and have determined that is a family in need. So that's kind of what we do and how we got started and how long we've been here.
So what's the best way for someone who wants to donate
Yeah.
to your organization? How would you prefer people to donate to you? Or what would you want us to donate?
Sure. So the biggest things that we're in need of, believe it or not, are men's clothing, casual men's clothing. We have a lot of, through COVID, I think everybody working from home, we received a lot of, you know, men's dress pants and shirts, and those are of great need as well. But really our casual athletic men's pants are huge, you know, and sweatshirts and so on and so forth, they're a huge need. And then also kids clothing, we can never have, especially boys, we can never have enough boys clothing. I feel like, you know, by the time it gets to the point of being donated, it's not really usable anymore sometimes. So those are our big items. Small furniture items are huge, and then kitchen items. I say, you know, to round it out, we take everything that makes a house a home. But those are kind of our big hitting items. And I encourage any of you to stop by and take a look at the bridge. We'd love to have you and take you on a tour and let you see it in real time.
Okay, thank you very much. And then we have Scott Campbell, owner of the UPS store. I'm a customer of Scott's, and I'm in there about 2 or 3 times a week. I run my own business, and so I'm picking up supplies for my customers, picking up shoes that my wife has ordered off Amazon. Then I'm delivering things through UPS to my customers and returning shoes that my wife bought from Amazon. So it's a regular occurrence to come into his shop. He and I have become pretty good friends, and what I like about their store is they know me by name. And this was well before I became mayor. They just knew me. They treat me like a friend of the business. And I think that's really important. So, Mr. Campbell, please tell us a little bit about your store.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to try to cut. Let me know if you have a trouble to understand me. If you do, and then I'll have the interpreter over to you. Okay. By the way, my name is Scott, and I've been owning the UPS store over 22 years. And I've been doing this over 32 years overall, because I was working there for 6 years before I started the store. So I've been doing this over a long time, and I do a lot of different things. We do a lot of shipping. We do a lot of other things like copy service, notary service, and of course, you know, we do a lot of Amazon also too. We've been going crazy with Amazon because since the COVID started, everyone buy up online, and we're doing a lot of return with Amazon. So let me tell you a little story before I move on. Sorry. What happened is I was working on my boss, and it used to be the mailbox interior. I'm not really remember. It was used to call mailbox interior. So I was working there for about 6, 7 years. And then I went back to college, I did the police up, And then I find out my boss got sick to cancer. So I decided to come home. I came home to help him out to run the store for a while to see if he got better or not. Well, since then it was too much for his family and all that. So the family decided to sell the store. So he came up to me and to see if I was an opportunity to buy the business from him. So I had a family talk. I decided what the best option for my parents. And they said, if that's something I want to do, and finally I go ahead and take it. I bought it with him. So everything I've been there. Well, at the same time, when I got out to California, between to become franchise ownership, by the time I came home, they made a big announcement because they want to change the brand name with UPS. So we went into brochure marketing and trying to figure out what brand name to use with UPS. So we do a brochure marketing in the St. Louis area and Seattle, Washington for about 2-3 months. And they figure out what was the best word to use because they were not sure if they were say the UPS store or the UPS retailer, because it used to be mailboxes retailer, that they finally realized that the UPS store is the right word, and that we made the whole country into the brand name. So this was a perfect time for me to take over the store because I believe the customer into a brand name with UPS because everyone knows about it. So that's how all got started. So I've been in Alabama for 28 years. That's with my boss. And then 2 years ago, I decided it's time for a change because I was there for so long and I have to research and try to figure out where to go. And then finally, I started relocating my store 2 years ago out of Pan Haven Plaza, right next to the Borealis. So this is where I am right now. And overall, I'm very, very happy where I am now. And we've been so busy and the customers happy. Give me a good feedback with the new location and the automatic door. Because how the customer coming in with the package. So overall, I'm pleased about the new plaza and I'm very thankful for all the customer supporting small business and all that. And I really appreciate it for that.
Yes, yes. Your business is very pivotal to small
Yeah.
businesses like mine. And I wanted to know, are most of your customers small business or are they residential? Who's the?
Well, they're about half, both of them, okay? Since the COVID started, a lot of people started working from home. And then everybody started want to share the capital information, like the home address and all that. So that's why they were using outside address. So that way, all the customers don't want the people to know where they live. So that's why we have used so many mailboxes. So they have a private address. Because we do not provide a PO box. Because post office provide a PO box. That's the problem, because all the carrier for shipping cannot deliver the PO box. That's why we provide a private address. So that way all the carrier can come in with UPS, FedEx, DHL, anybody. That's why we provide a private address. So overall, your question is, it's a pretty much half. Some is all personal, some is all business, so it's really combination of different reasons, so.
Yeah, because I know it's also important because of the rise in the number of package thefts, porch pirates.
Yeah,
That are coming out and stealing packages.
correct.
At least with your company, it gives people with a peace of mind of knowing that someone's not stealing their packages.
Correct.
Because sometimes I have 10 or 13 pieces come in, and with your service, it's allowed me to have that peace of mind that I don't have to chase somebody with a bag, you know.
Yeah, we do get a lot of customers coming in, I sign up for a mailbox because they live in an apartment complex. And a lot of UPS riders never to read the package there, or the police officer closed or whatever, if they do not miss their package, or same way with him, say something is beast or whatever. So that's why they have all the package delivered. That way, when he comes home from work or whatever, and use the package for you to pick it up and let it go. Instead of turning up or miss the package or like a note out the door, so frustrating. So that's why more peace of mind, thank the Lord.
Thank you very much. I want to get back to you on balance. What would you say the most popular item that you sell? What's the most, this food wise, what's the most popular?
Uh, Hamburger, Reuben, wings, buffalo chicken, that's it.
Okay,
That's the order.
that is, that's
There it is.
that's pretty much the full menu almost.
Fish, a lot of fish
A
too,
lot of fish.
a lot of fish, a
Okay,
lot of salmon, a lot of fish and chips.
okay, cause I like the wings and the Reubens.
Mhm.
I've had that. You also have a huge array of whiskeys and whatnot. How did you come about that? How do you select that?
There was a restaurant, in Creve Coeur, a long time ago, Growlers.
Okay,
And, they had this wall of beers and unfortunately my name was on it several times way back when.
I get it.
But, I stole the idea straight from there. The Irish whiskey was not a very popular, niche of spirits. But we knew that it was a good line of spirits. So we went after all of it that we could get legally through our distributor. There's stuff that we can't buy.
Right,
So we have the largest selection of Irish whiskey in the state of Missouri and Illinois, as far as that's the research I've done.
okay.
So about 85 Irish whiskeys.
Wow,
Wow,
that's a lot.
that's a research project though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
I'll
was.
have some of that, then I'll have some of that, you can have some of that.
We have this little club that we keep track of and get
Okay,
it on the wall, things like that.
right,
So that's right. Took the idea from Growlers 100 years ago and replaced beer with Irish whiskey.
okay, well, it seems to work.
It's a journey for some people. But it's not right as a revenue stream, but it is exploring the different distilleries of Ireland.
All right, probably as close to Ireland as I'm going to get, but at least I have the option.
We do a trip to Ireland every year on St. Patrick's Day.
Really? Really? See, like this,
Not every year.
but still, this kind of things that the community needs to know.
We teamed up with years ago with Lisa's Hope, a local nonprofit breast cancer foundation. And we've given away 6 trips to Ireland. We do that over the winter on St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, that's great. So Michelle, let me ask you with your service, have you found that there's been a rise in the need
Yeah,
for what you offer?
absolutely. I was just telling somebody else earlier that, our first full year that we were open, granted, some of this is, just us being new, because we didn't actually relocate to all that. This is a brand new, we're a baby nonprofit is usually what I tell people, but our first full year in 2023, we gave away 26,000 items, so just over 26,000 items. And then our next year in 2024, we gave away over 50,000 items. So some of that is growth and people knowing that we exist, and adding to those relationships, but some of that is just, the hardship is changing. And so, you kind of have mixed feelings about that because obviously this is what we do. So we're happy that we can provide those items for those families. But it also kind of is hard on the heart a little bit to know that there's that many families out there that need that kind of assistance.
That's good. Well, I'm thankful for businesses and organizations like your own. This is what helps our community to be strong. It's the businesses that are the backbone to any community, to serve the people that live there, and more importantly, people like you who will serve you. Because you can have a business that can come in, you don't particularly like what they're offering, but these people are genuine and they're concerned and their love for the city of Olivet. And I'm very happy to have you part of our community, and I hope that you continue to succeed. And if there's anything that you need from us on the council or down at City Hall, please reach out to us. So does anyone have any questions of go ahead, sir.
First is for Dan and then one for Scott.
Okay,
People, I don't think know that at Fallon's, if you need a room for an event. And you need a restaurant with that they have two rooms. That they have really just fixed up one of them really well. But that they're in the back for people's use, and I don't think there's, except for maybe here, other places that you can actually have an event. If you need food, Fallon's is the place to go, so,
yeah,
I just thought, I don't know how many people know it, he doesn't push it that hard. They're in use most of the time by people, but, besides the food being great, it's a wonderful thing that Dan does in the back there. So,
yeah, I've been in to an event in one of those rooms as well. I mean, it's closed off, it's very private,
yes,
you know, and they got a big long table and stuff for you to sit and eat. Kind of remind me of a scene out of Godfather. You know? It's pretty cool. So, I liked it, so, go
any
ahead.
other questions for Scott? Does I imagine. I don't know what the percentage was of his business that was strictly Olivet versus outside of Olivet, but has the Costco and soon to be Target and Deerbirds gonna bring him, has it brought him a lot of new business? And the people know that they're there, that close to them, and does we foresee a real change in his business with Target and Deerbirds coming?
Yes, I do. I have seen some of these changes going on in our there in the last 3-5 years. Because I have a new target, capital, and much more business. And also they have been putting more apartment complex, condominium, and new development for home. And that really does bring more business. Because the reason why, because there are a lot of people who live in the apartment complex need to make a return. So the number of the volume is continuing growing every year. So that really good benefit because there are more development going on now there. And also as for Target, not Costco, Target and other stores, some people like to order something online, such as Amazon. There are some ways that you can return product or anything for Target at UPS store. Because that way you don't have to go to Target and then you can make it more convenient for the customer. So that's really big benefit. So I will do in the long run, I will see my store is continue to grow. But my concern is that I need the space because you'll be getting so many packages. Because I was not expecting in the last 2 years, I have gone up almost twice more than I used to be. So that's a good one.
Anyone else? Go ahead.
Where is the bridge located?
Honestly, we could probably throw a baseball and hit it from where we are right now. If you go up to the light, where the police station is and make a right and just follow it around, we're right off of Bauer, so we're right around the corner. It takes a little bit for you to know where we are, where we kind of jokingly say we're a destination once you find us. But, yeah, just right around the corner, right off of Bauer,
What is the address?
1344 Bauer. You're welcome.
Go ahead.
When can we make donations?
That's great. So I meant to actually say that earlier, when we were talking about donations that we need, that, you know, we were in need of. Tuesdays from 10:30 to 4 are donation drop-off days. You don't need an appointment. You can just show up. You can go around the side of the building. We have a little, doorbell there that you can ring and somebody will come with a smiling face and take your donations from you. And then we tell people to follow us on social media, the Bridge STL. To make sure that you are seeing when we're gonna be open. We post on social media on days when the thrift store is gonna be open for public shopping as well. We're not open for public shopping when we do our dignified shopping experiences. We'd like to keep that separate from, you know, allow those people to have their own shopping experience. But when we are open to the public, you can do donations on those days. If those don't work for you, please just reach out to me. When you call the bridge, it comes directly to my cell phone, so you're gonna for sure get somebody at any point. You can text me or call.
Do we have any other questions? Well, folks, I do appreciate you coming and celebrating these great businesses that are part of our community. And we look forward to seeing you again. And again, thank you very much for coming. Thank you. Please make sure you have a donut on the way out. Keep me from eating them.